Welcome back. In this session, we'll learn about database views by using SQL DDL. DDL means data definition language. So we are going to create some views and modify data underlying in the underlying tables of that view. Basically, HANA supports three types of views. So first one is database views using SQL DDL. That is what we are going to cover in this session. And the other two are graphical calculation views, or we can say information models, and also views using CDS, core data services. So the database views using SQL DDL is least priority compared to the other two methods, because those two will generate design time objects, so you can change whenever you want. But in SQL case, if you want to change a view, you need to drop and recreate that view again. So it will not give the flexibility to modify. Okay, anyway, in this session we'll learn about SQL DDL, and later sessions we'll check these two options. So the first question is, what is the advantage then using views? Views allow us to decouple applications from tables. So when you create a view on top of table, it's not required to touch the table directly. You can access those tables using views and create separate view for each application. So for example, some people accessing only PDF books, then you can create a separate view for PDF group, and ebooks you can create separate ebook group. So like that, for each application you can create a separate view so that they can access only that particular data. You can simplify queries by selecting only required columns. So if the table having more than 50, 20, 50 or 100 fields, and most of the times users going to use 10 or 15 fields, so instead of giving the whole table, give them with the set of fields what they need frequently. So it will make their life too easy to prepare a select statement, and in some way it will control the security levels, like the access. It's not required to give the access on whole table. You can give to a set of data in the table by using views. So those are the advantages. Not only SQL view, those advantages are with any view, even graphical calculation view or CDS view, anything. So those are the basic advantages with view. So let's see how to create a view. So I have some data. So to save our session time, so this is going to create some basic table tab 1 with C1 column integer, C2 column varchar 10, and it will insert 3 records 1, 2, 3, and we'll see the data output. So I'm selecting all columns, executing. So all statements are executed and we got 3 records. Okay, so now my first requirement is to create a, so for let's see one select statement to understand this view. So I have select statement, select star from tab 1, where C1 column 1 is equal to 2. So this is my requirement. So when user want to run the select statement every time, they need to mention select star from table 1 where C1 is equal to C1 is equal to 2. So instead of that, like, just think where class is simple one where class. There may be more than where class or aggregation functions, joins, having class, sort by, order by, all these statements. So any SQL select statement you can use to create a view. So to create a view, the syntax is create view and then view name. So I'll put v1 as, then any select statement you can use along with this syntax, then it will create a view. So I'm going to execute view created successfully. So where this view is created? So view will be created here. Refresh. So v1. If you see the definition of view, so it is holding two columns, c1, c2, which came from table tab 1, and integer varchar 10 not null. I don't know why not null came in. Okay, t4h v1, c1, c2 as select statement, and c1, c2 from tab 1 where c1 is equal to 2. Okay, so this is what we provided, the same syntax. So it just concatenated schema name. Okay, so let me close that. Okay, here I use select star. So instead of select star you can use, okay, so before going to the second view, select star from v1. If I write a statement like this, so it will give result 2, 2. If I run this select statement, I get the same result 2, 2. So whatever the select statement you can keep under this syntax, then it will create a view, and once view is created, you simply run the select statement, select star from view. So while writing select statement on top of view, simply consider view as a table. That's it. So in the above, here we used all columns, right? So we can use columns like selected columns. So for example, c1, I'll choose only c1, and I'll remove this where class. Okay, v1 is already there, so v2. Okay, then if we run select statement, v2, execute. So here we choose only c2, and you can refresh this view. You can see c1 integer, and create statement, you can see the create statement. So once you create the view, you may not know who created this view, like somebody created this view and you are using that view. So if you want to refer which tables, if you want to know underlying tables of this view, then this create statement will be handy. Okay, so like that. So let me create another view. This time I am going to change the field names. So v1, and I'll put id comma name as select star from tab 1. So the table 1 is holding column names as c1 and c2, and I am exclusively giving column names id and name. Okay, v3, select star from v3. See here, column names are id and name, even though underlying table is having column names c1 and c2. So that's how you can rename the column names. For example, if I'm going to create another view, v4, and I'm giving id, name, and select star from. So instead of select star from, I'm going to choose c1 as c1 underscore new comma c2. So I'm renaming in the select statement as c1, and I'm using c2 here. So if I run this statement, view created v4 id name still, so c1 new is not reflecting. So if you make another view v5 and I am not giving any column names here, then let's see, v5, I executed that, and v5 c1 new. So what we need to understand here, whenever we rename a column in select statement without exclusively specifying the column names in create view statement, then this will reflect in the output. But if you exclusively rename a column in create view statement, then this statement is going to win and you will see the column names from create view statement. So that's how we create a view. But it's not only creating a view, we can also insert data into the view, modify, update, anything like that. So let's see. So as I said, view is nothing but a table for our select statement or insert statement. So before inserting some data, let me show you the table 1, tab 1. Open data preview. So this is the tab 1, 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay, so I am going to insert data into v1 values four comma 4. If I execute this, so it's executed successfully, and if I run select star from v1, so I got 2 2, even though I inserted record number 4, but my view is restricted to where c1 is equal to. So let's see the table data. So we got 4 here. So that means when you insert a data into view, it's actually going to insert into the underlying table of a view. So that's what you need to understand when you are inserting data into a view. So here the star, right? So let's see another case. Here we choose only one field. Insert into v2 values 5. Okay, so if we refresh this table again, 5 with null value. If I try to put another two fields, then let's see. So too many values, because my view know only one field, which is c1. So if I give one more value, then it will not understand. Okay, so let me use here. Okay, this is same. So instead of creating another one, it's okay. So what you need to understand, just a recap before closing this session. Views are 3 types: database, graphical, and CDS. And these are there are multiple advantages with views, and graphical and CDS views are superior than SQL DDL views, because those are going to create a design time objects. We will understand in later sessions what is the design time objects. Okay, when you create a view on top of table and writing a select statement or insert statement on view, you simply understand that it is like a table. You simply consider that it is like a table, and you can use any select statement in creating views, either unions, joins, aggregate functions, whatever you want to use you can use as part of the select statement under create view keywords. Okay, so the column names, if you use column names exclusively in create view statement, then those column names are going to reflect in output. If not, then select column names is going to reflect. So that's all about views. See you in the next session. Until then, happy learning. Bye.